In a move that has sparked widespread debate, President Donald Trump has threatened to revoke the licenses of broadcast networks he deems against him, just one day after ABC suspended Jimmy Kimmel's show over controversial comments. This bold statement raises critical questions about the intersection of media freedom and political power. But here's where it gets controversial. Is this a legitimate response to perceived bias, or a dangerous overreach of presidential authority? Let's dive in. On Thursday, while speaking to reporters aboard Air Force One en route to a state visit in Britain, Trump suggested that networks critical of his administration could face consequences. This came on the heels of ABC's decision to suspend Jimmy Kimmel Live after Kimmel linked the alleged killer of conservative activist Charlie Kirk to Trump's MAGA movement. The suspension followed pressure from Federal Communications Commission (FCC) Chairman Brendan Carr, who had earlier warned that ABC's broadcast license, owned by Disney, could be at risk if the network failed to take action against Kimmel. Trump's comments were both pointed and provocative. He referenced a statistic claiming that 97% of network coverage about him was negative, yet he still won the 2024 election decisively in all 7 swing states. "They give me only bad publicity," Trump said, according to White House audio. "I mean, they're getting a license. I would think maybe their license should be taken away." He left the decision in Carr's hands, calling the FCC chairman outstanding and a patriot. But this is the part most people miss. Broadcast networks like ABC, CBS, NBC, and Fox require FCC licenses to operate because their content is transmitted over the airwaves, free to viewers with an antenna. This is unlike cable networks, which rely on subscriber fees. Trump's threat, therefore, isn't just about silencing critics, it's about controlling access to a public resource. And that's where the controversy deepens. Trump specifically called out Kimmel and CBS late-night host Stephen Colbert for their consistent criticism of his administration. They're an arm of the Democrat Party, he claimed, arguing that networks should face licensing consequences for what he sees as partisan bias. Yet this raises a critical question. Should media outlets be punished for their editorial stance, or does this undermine the very principle of free speech? Carr, meanwhile, told CNBC earlier that day that changes to the media ecosystem following Trump's election are far from over. His comments suggest a broader shift in how media regulation might evolve under this administration. But at what cost? And who gets to decide where the line is drawn? Here's the bigger question. Is Trump's threat a necessary check on media bias or a chilling attack on press freedom? Let's open the floor to you. Do you think networks should face consequences for perceived political bias, or is this a dangerous precedent? Share your thoughts in the comments. This is a conversation we all need to have.